Hey guys, CryptoDad here again. Thanks for joining me on the Saturday night live stream, live from Michigan, where you can throw out questions and I'll do my best to get them answered. We'll talk about Bitcoin, we'll talk about the news, we'll talk about altcoins. I'm going to move some crypto around for you guys. And as I said, I'm going to do my best to listen to your questions, respond, and try to solve your issues here live. So let's get started. All right, welcome everybody. It's good to be back. I was on vacation last week in Traverse City, Michigan for the National Cherry Festival. For those of you who may not be aware, Traverse City, Michigan is the world I can't even say it. The world cherry capital. The world capital of cherries, whatever. They like make a lot of cherries. Although I think there's some foreign competition too. I'm not sure where that would come from. But anyway, that's where I was. We had a great time. I'll show you a few pictures. I've got some cherries here. These cherries, they're hard to find in the store. You know, they're really dark and they're heart-shaped. And I don't know if I can get a shot of this thing, but oh man, these are good. Yeah. So I love this time of year. Cherry season does not last very long in Michigan. It's only about a month. Yeah, for about a month you get fresh Michigan cherries, and then in August they just kind of disappear. They make two kinds. There's the dark, sweet eating cherries, and then there's the tart cherries that are used for baking and stuff and industrial purposes. And those are the cherries that are actually the majority. But anyway, so we had a good time. There's been a little bit of a rally in the price of Bitcoin over the last few days. Thus the title, Bitcoin Does a Hat Trick, because our opening news story is about Bitcoin making gains 3 days in a row. So, you know, for hockey fans, that's called a hat trick. So anyway, I'm here with the rig as usual. I've got a new lighting scheme on there. I was doing Rainbow Wave, and now I'm doing, it's called Watercolor Spectrum, which is a little more subtle. It's kind of cool. It doesn't really come out that well on the camera. But anyway, so let's go over here. I want to greet everybody, thank everyone for being here every week. I know that I have, whoops, we'll turn this guy off for a sec. We don't need that. But I am very grateful that I have a lot of regular viewers and moderators, JDO and Dan, that are here every week taking up their, contributing their valuable time to helping run the live stream and deal with questions. And of course, the rest of you that are here, you know, giving me your valuable time and attention every week is very, gives me a lot of encouragement. And it really helps me keep going on. So once again, Kenneth is here, Ezekiel Chikulo, I hope I pronounced that right. Thank you for being here. Brandon is here. Frank Rodriguez, Amsterdam, Holland. Rero Bro. Barbara K, once again, thanks for coming again, Barbara. Joanne L, who's also a repeat viewer. PJ Playhouse, it is live. Yes, we're live. Arlu from France, hello. Mr. David from San Antonio, good to have Mr. David here as usual. Let's see, I got Andrew, Paul B from Pennsylvania, yay. Yeah, it's safe to update your Ledger Nano X in the Ledger Live location, unknown. Hi from the UK, location unknown. But anyway, once again, I want to thank everybody for being here. It helps me keep doing this, you know. What was that? I just wanted to point out that someone mentioned that live location unknown. When you connect your Ledger device and you go to the manager, it does what's called a genuine check. It also does that when you first set it up. And that basically every device that Ledger sells has like a cryptographic signature embedded in the firmware. And that signature is like transmitted to the Ledger servers during this genuine check. And then there's like this cryptographic handshake where the Ledger server has a key on their end, which confirms that the device is indeed genuine and was manufactured, and it's a genuine Ledger device. I thought that you needed that it did that genuine check, that in order for it to function, it needed to do that genuine check. But I talked to the CTO of Ledger when I was in New York a couple weeks ago and asked him about that, and he told me that no, you don't need to do the genuine check to transfer crypto and check your portfolio and do all of that kind of stuff. I thought that that was kind of a weakness of Ledger Device and Ledger Live, but it's once you have done the genuine check and you are certain that your device is genuine, even if the Ledger servers are down, you will still be able to manipulate your crypto and go into Ledger Live and do all that stuff. You wouldn't be able to do Ledger Live updates, but So just wanted to point that out, that I always thought that the genuine check, that in order for the device to function, that the Ledger servers had to be up, and that is not true. They were down a few years ago, and it interfered with updates and genuine checks, but you can still transfer crypto on and off the device, even if Ledger servers are down. I get a lot of questions about, what if Ledger goes out of business? And the device will continue to function. And even if the company goes completely belly up and disappears from the face of the earth, and the device no longer has any support or whatever, it'll still function to a certain extent. And your backup phrase has all of your crypto wallets stored. And that backup phrase can be used to import your wallets into other software. Like there are other wallets that are compatible with that 24-word recovery phrase. So I know I'm getting off on a tangent, but I thought I would point that out for people. I get that question a lot. What if Ledger goes out of business? Then what? I like talk about, every hardware wallet is like that. Almost every hardware wallet uses the BIP39 or all, the different BIP or Bitcoin improvement protocols for storing the backup phrase. So just about any wallet that you're using can be re-imported somewhere else with that backup phrase. So, don't worry if the device dies, or the company goes out of business. Your crypto is safe if you've got your backup phrase stored safely and securely, written down and stored where no one can find it. Only you know. All right, let's jump into the news real quick. Before I jump into the news, I just wanted to let you guys know that there is a list of things we'll do tonight, which I got a lot of stuff to do, so I'm going to get right to the news. I've got a few coins that I bought this week. I'll explain why. I've got some affiliate links here. There's an affiliate link for the Ledger Nano S Final Edition, which includes a free NFT, and I'm going to demo that device tonight, so I won't talk too much about that. I have set up a new BINANCE affiliate account with them. I got contacted by them. I think we talked about this. I was using their old method, which paid you right into your account. They don't do that anymore. It's like through a third party now. And I got contacted they were like, man, according to our records, you've referred like 765 clients to us. And I was like, yeah, I've been doing this for a while. And they're like, you need to get on the new affiliate program. So he got me set up. And then I'm also going to do some affiliate stuff for Binance proper. So I'll have that next week. That's going to be cool. Cointelegraph, Crypto.com, my old partners. I've been with them for years now. And several other affiliate links I invite you to check out. All right, let's jump into the news. We got market wrap, Bitcoin gains for third consecutive day as Binance launches zero trading fees. The crypto exchange giant's trading volume skyrocketed after its global new policy went live. I'm not really sure how they're making money. I guess they still charge like market maker fees or whatever. I don't know. And I know that they, they have withdrawal fees. So, they're not going to be hurting by eliminating trading fees. I think the trading fees were kind of a set percentage for every executed trade, I guess. But I know there are other fees, so they're not going out of business anytime soon. Bitcoin was on the rise in Friday trading, even cracking 22,000 at one point early in the day. It has cracked 22,000 several times over the last few days. I've been watching it on Crypto.com. We can check it right now on Crypto.com. Where'd that go? Let's just pull this guy up. I love Crypto.com for checking the current price of Bitcoin. 21,890 right now. It was down a little bit. As you notice, if we look at it on CoinDesk, it's at 21,719. And if we go over to CoinGecko, we can see it's at 21,715 and 94 cents. I think a lot of people have trouble wrapping their head around the fact that Bitcoin is not a set, standardized market price like certain stocks are. And if you know anything about stocks and the way the stock market works, they only fluctuate during trading hours, really. And whatever price you see for, say, Apple or Microsoft or Amazon, that's it's gathered from all the different places, and that's the price, right? It's kind of a universal set price based on a bunch of factors, right? But Bitcoin is not like that. It can trade at one price in one part of the world and another price at a different part of the world. There's several exchanges where the price of Bitcoin may fluctuate differently. It might be different on Coinbase than it is on Kraken. So I know it's hard. Some people get really bent out of shape when they look at their ledger live and the price doesn't match what they see somewhere else, and they freak out, or they don't see a price if it's a lower end coin, and they're like, why don't I see a price in Ledger Live? Well, it doesn't mean the coin is worthless. It just means that Ledger Live doesn't have a price API for that particular coin. But for Bitcoin, you might see a price that looks different than what you just saw when you transferred it from an exchange. So just realize that the price of Bitcoin fluctuates all over. It's never one consistent price to a certain extent, right? But anyway, on Crypto.com, I had noticed Bitcoin breaking 22 several times over the last couple of days. All right, so that's pretty cool. They say now it's at 21.5, which is fine. Largest crypto by market capitalization was trading at about 21.8, roughly flat, although more on the green side over the past 24 hours. So that's good news. Bitcoin had been in the doldrums, fluctuating above and below 20,000, which was a little bit disheartening. A lot of people predicting that it had a lot further down to go. A lot of people predicting that it had a lot of upside potential. But there was no really any real consensus as to what was going to happen. So it was a little bit, there was a lot of uncertainty. But now that it's had strong performance over the last 3 days, people are feeling better. I'm feeling better. We'll see if this holds out. I guess U.S. stocks also were up over the last several days because bad news is good news, whatever. I'll never figure out, how the stock market works, but had something to do with, rates are getting higher and recession is coming. And so that's good news because if the recession comes, the Fed will lower rates eventually. And that's in in the future. There's hope that rates will go down and the prices of stocks will go back up again. It's like, who knows? It's all about hopes and dreams and futures and expectations. And well, that's just the way markets work. It's group psychology. All right, so that's the state of the market. Bitcoin's doing that hat trick. Got a story here about Celsius. Now, I've seen some positive stories and some negative stories about Celsius. This is a positive story. Celsius is starting to pay off debt of crypto that they've borrowed. They made, you can go on DeFi platforms and take out loans, and you put your crypto up as collateral. And by paying off these loans, Celsius is freeing up this collateral, which gives them more liquidity. So this is a story about them paying off Aave and Compound, but it was only a couple of days ago that they paid off Maker. Let's see what we got here. Crypto lender. Okay, so they have borrowed. They borrowed 223 million, and by paying that off, they free up 450 million in collateral. And they had just paid down another one the other day. I thought that it was here, but I guess I can't find it. That's how it goes. But there was it was Maker. They paid down a debt, a loan on Maker, and freed up collateral that way too. So it's possible that they're not going to go out of business if they can pull this off, right? They haven't declared bankruptcy, as far as I know. They're talking to some lawyers on strategies, but looks like they're making progress towards freeing up the collateral that they had, as the assets that they had been using as collateral. And once they've got those freed up, they might be able to open up their deposits and withdrawals again. So that's good news. Celsius is paying off their debt. There it is. Started to pay back its debt to DeFi protocol Maker, which amounted to 223 million. In less than a week, the crypto lender fully paid off its loan and got hold of the debt's collateral, worth 450 million, in the form of wrapped Bitcoin, right? And so if Celsius gets through this, then that will be positive for the crypto market in general, right? Psychologically, right? Because that was, even though Celsius is not Bitcoin, it's a company, right? Because of it was failing, it was considered to be bad for the crypto market in general. But as you know, real crypto, like if you buy and sell Bitcoin and hold Bitcoin, that you can't lose that, right? People that deposit their crypto in these web-based platforms risk losing their crypto because basically what they've done is lent it out to this company. And if this company can't cover their obligations, then the end user that made the deposit is out of luck, right? But that won't happen if you hold crypto in your own wallet, which is what I'm all about. All right, and then I'm just going to cover this story quickly. You probably already know this unless you've been hiding under a rock for the last 24 hours, but Elon Musk wants to terminate his purchase of Twitter. And the reasons that he gave were that they were not forthcoming when he asked about the amount of accounts that are bots. Then there were some other technical thing. But basically, if you ask Twitter, well, how many of your accounts are bots, that makes a big difference as to how you view the value of their company, right? So if Twitter, if 50% of the accounts on Twitter are bots, that's not good, right? And if only 5% are bots, then that's not so as bad as it could be, right? But there is, I guess Twitter claimed that only 5% of their accounts were fake or bots, whatever you want to call it. There's a lot of, it's a generalized term for a lot of different types of accounts, but not human, right? But if the amount of bots is much higher, then that really is affects the price of the company. So if they're not telling you truthfully how many accounts are bots, then they're not representing their company properly and legally. And he was able to point out the letter claims that Twitter is breaching two sections of the merger agreement, section 6.4 and 6.11. The letter says social media company has been on notice of its breach since June 6th, and any cure period afforded to Twitter under the merger agreement has now passed. And the only reason that we're talking about this story on a crypto live stream is because of Elon Musk's influence in the crypto industry. It was Elon Musk's announcement and purchase. Well, he purchased a bunch of Bitcoin, and announced it, which made a lot of people interested in Bitcoin, and the price bumped up. And he also talked about accepting Bitcoin for Teslas at one point, and then he decided not to do that, and that screwed the market over. So what Elon Musk says and does has a big effect in general in the crypto market. He's also a big advocate of Dogecoin, which is also a cryptocurrency. So the fact that he is in a dispute with Twitter is news in the crypto world for some reason, right? But that's the way it goes. Let's see what else we got here. I love this story because Peter Schiff. I mean, I'm not taking pleasure in Peter Schiff's misfortunes, but it's a good example, and it's sort of like ironic or payback because he's a huge Bitcoin critic, and he's got some kind of bank in a foreign country, not El Salvador. I think it's no, it's the bank that he started is in the Dominican Republic, I think. Let's look it over a little. We'll look the story over a little better. But basically, Peter Schiff is a huge gold bug and a huge Bitcoin basher, very negative on Bitcoin. And here he is getting his bank shut down by bank regulators. This is exactly why we have that Bitcoin was invented, right? Was to not be under the thumb of financial bigwigs, right? Or at their beck and call. It's Puerto Rico. His bank got closed in Puerto Rico. Bitcoin proponents reminded him this wouldn't have happened if he was using Bitcoin. And then the president of El Salvador taunted him on Twitter, right? Here's a tweet that that Peter Schiff tweeted in January of 2022, bashing Bitcoin. Bitcoin fails to live up to his hype, blah, 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 blah. And then the president of El Salvador says, how's your bank going, right? So forces beyond his control, his investment in this bank has gone sour. He's claiming that it's the IRS and the J5 because he's an outspoken critic of the legacy financial system. He's an interesting guy, because he does criticize the banks and the financial system. But he's more of a gold bug than a Bitcoin advocate. You would think, being anti-bank and anti, economic system, would make him a Bitcoin advocate, but it doesn't, right? So it takes all kinds to make the world go round. All right, so that's that story, right? Bitcoin, self-custody of Bitcoin, no one can shut you down. No one can seize your assets. Once you hold Bitcoin in your own wallet, it's yours, right? Same with other cryptocurrencies, right? So that's why I talk a lot about self-custody. I talk about the market, but my focus is on managing and using crypto and keeping your crypto secure, right? That's what my channel focuses on. So I apologize for anyone that's here for, which coin do I buy? I'm not really. I talk a little bit about the coins that I'm interested in, but I don't claim to be a financial advisor. This is just entertainment anyway. And then the next story is about Crypto.com. They're celebrating their 6th anniversary with a special 4-time special referral award. The normal referral reward is $25. And now for a limited time, it's $100. So if you set up a Crypto.com account and send your referral link to friends and family, and they sign up for Crypto.com, and there's some stipulations. I think they have to make a trade or a deposit of like $100 or more. I'm not sure exactly what it is. But they will, you'll get a reward of $100. And I think the other person will too. But it's for a limited time only. And unfortunately, I'm not qualified because I've been a customer much longer. I think the stipulation is users who joined after June 30th, 2021 can still enjoy users who have joined Crypto.com family since 30 can now get the special reward on the referral. For every successful referral, the longer a user has been part of CRF, the more the user will receive per referral. There's no cap on this special offer. So I use Crypto.com. They've been a partner of mine for a long time. It's a pretty good deal when you see, like, when I look at my Crypto.com and I see I got a $25 referral, I'm pretty happy. So if you're looking at yours and you see that $100 come in, you'd probably be pretty happy yourself. So I thought I would point that out. All right, so welcome everybody. I'm glad to be here. I got a lot of stuff I want to do tonight for you guys. Mr. David just learned he's out 3,000 ADA from ADA Lite. I'm wondering about that. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm not sure how that would have happened, but we're going to play around with some ADA tonight. So let's see. What have we got on the agenda tonight? Oh, Ledger Nano S Final Edition includes a free NFT. So let's check this sucker out here real quick. This is one of the announcements that I heard when I was at the Ledger Open conference in New York a few weeks back. There it is. The Ledger Nano S is being retired. And in celebration of that, the final 10,000 copies of the Ledger Nano S will include a free NFT. So we're going to play around with that a little bit tonight. I think it's a good opportunity for me to show you how to add a second device to Ledger Live without disturbing any of the accounts that you already have in there. A lot of people ask me about that. They go, can I use more than one device in Ledger Live? And the answer is yes. And so I'm going to walk you through the process of purchasing a brand new device and then adding it to your existing Ledger Live accounts, right? There are two. I mean, there's a whole spectrum, but you know, you can look at either end of the spectrum as one of them is, okay, I want to store all my crypto on one device, right? Because the device is secure, because it makes easier to manage everything on one device. That's the strategy, right? The other strategy on the other end of that spectrum is the old "don't put all your eggs in one basket" argument, which says, okay, I would rather spread my assets across a bunch of different devices. You know, this is part of a bigger argument as far as diversification of portfolio. But when we're dealing directly with crypto on a ledger, some people say, is it safe to put all your crypto on one device? And I would say yes, but there's a lot to be said about maybe spreading your crypto across different devices. I've given devices to my family members. Their crypto is on their device. But I also have several crypto devices just because I do a lot of videos, you know, about Ledger and all that. So I have several Ledger devices, but I do tend to sort of gravitate towards keeping most of my assets on my go-to Ledger Nano X. But, you know, I do have some secondary devices where I've got some crypto as well. So if you're in that camp and you don't like everything on one device, you might go out and buy yourself a new Ledger Nano S Final, you know, just as a collector's item or whatever. So let's walk through that process. So I'm going to launch Ledger Live. And I just dropped a Ledger Live video. There's a new version of Ledger Live out, so we're going to kind of explore some of the features of that. If it comes up. Oh, please. Where are you, Ledger Live? Did I click it or not? What happened? Did I click OBS Studio? Was that what I did? Okay. Oh, God, please. If Ledger Live doesn't come up, I'm going to have to reboot the computer. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. Oh, boy. Yes. It's not on the device. It's on the blockchain. I apologize. Sometimes I forget to make that distinction. The device is a keychain. It's more of a keychain than a wallet, and your crypto is on the blockchain. I know it's hard for people to wrap their head around that, so I often simply refer to the crypto being on the device, but that is technically not correct. Thank you for pointing that out. Churlon 1970. You know what? I'm going to have to reboot my computer if I can't get Ledger Live to launch, because I need to use Ledger Live here. I don't know what happened. It seemed like it was working fine earlier today, so I'm not sure what's going on. Geez. This is disheartening. Let me see if I can just go to my C drive and just like force launch it if I can. Yeah, that's kind of a bummer. Let me see. I guess it's in this one. Yes. Okay, why is Ledger Live not running? Okay, there it is. Come on, baby. I don't know what your problem is. Let me try run as administrator. Okay. Maybe that'll kick it in the butt. No, it looks like it's not going to launch, doggone it. All right. Well, unfortunately, I'm going to have to reboot my machine. The stream, the live stream will continue. But I will be momentarily offline, probably about 3 minutes at the most. But yeah, I have a lot of stuff. All right, I think I'm back. Yeah, ouch, that hurt. Yeah. Uh just goes to show you. Come on, Ledger Live, please don't screw me over. Oh, okay. Jeez, man. Wow. All right. Okay. Yeah, we're in Ledger Live. I don't know what the heck happened there. That was a bummer. Gotta reboot, man. Reboot. Sometimes happens. Yeah, I thought that I had given it ample time to launch, but there was something going on there. So, okay. So, I have bought this Ledger Nano S, right? Brand new Ledger Nano S. Unboxed it, right? And I have this little thing where I can claim my NFT, which I'll do once we've got this done. So what I want to do is connect it to Ledger Live. So let's go. And I'm going to connect it. And let's just assume I just unboxed it, right? But I'm going to run a little trick here. Okay, whoops. There we go. All right. So, I am going to go. I've got Ledger Live launched, right? I already have a Ledger Nano X. I already have a bunch of accounts, right? But I just bought this brand new Ledger Nano S, and I want to add it to my existing Ledger Live, and maybe I'll create an account or two and put some crypto in there, right? So I would go over here to settings, and then we'll go to help, I believe. It's kind of weird that it's kind of hidden in help. But here it is. It says device setup. It says set up a new device or restore an existing device. Accounts and settings are kept, right? So we're not going to overwrite anything that we already have, right? We're just going to, we'll just set up a brand new device in our existing Ledger Live. So we'll hit launch here, and it takes us to this screen. Now it looks like we're wiping Ledger Live. We're not. We're just setting up a brand new device in our existing account. So we'll say get started. We'll agree to terms. We'll enter Ledger app. We're setting up a Ledger Nano S. It doesn't really matter which one we choose. The same thing will happen, but the instructions will be more specific to your device if you choose, when you choose Ledger Nano S, right? All right. Now, do I already have a recovery phrase? Not for this guy, right? This is a brand new device. I'm going to set it up as new. I'm not going to import any older wallets onto it with a seed phrase. I'm setting it up as a brand new device. All right. So the answer is I'm going to set this guy up as new. All right. And then takes us through this kind of stuff. All right. And then we say, let's do it. And it's going to walk us through. It's going to tell us, okay, you're going to need 30 minutes and everything. Now, I've shortcutted some of this stuff, so it's not going to take me 30 minutes. All right, we'll say you're ready. Make sure you're alone. Make sure you're focused. Don't, do this, 20 minutes before you have to go pick up the kids. Make sure you set some time aside. Right? It says, please be careful. Follow the instructions. I got it. It tells me to turn on my Nano, which I did. It tells me to browse and read the on-screen instructions, and then select Setup as New Device. I would demo that for you guys, but I've already skipped that part. Maybe I will do a standalone video on this, but I just kind of wanted to give you guys a feel for what we're doing tonight. So I can't really show you that part. But it's not that difficult. You just learn to navigate on your device a little bit. All right, the first thing it's going to do is have you set up a PIN code, right? So you'll enter the PIN code twice. It can be 4 to 8 digits long. It'd be 5 digits, 6 digits, 7 digits, or 8, right? You got a max of 8, minimum of 4 digits, right? So you go through that, you set your PIN code, then it asks you to re-enter it to confirm. You do that. Then you're going to be shown a recovery phrase on your device, right? You'll see the words on your device. So this is where you take out your card. Right? You get out your recovery card, and get yourself a pen, and you go through this process on the device, right? Right? It tells you take out your sheet, write down your words, and then when it's done, it's going to ask you to confirm it, right? You'll go through the device and you'll just refer to your sheet, and word number 1, it'll show you word number 1 on the device. There'll be a choice of 4 different words. Your word will be there. You choose your word. You go to your card, number 2, and then you look on the device and it says word number 2, and you choose your word out of a list of 4. It's a lot easier than it used to be. You used to have to actually type out your words using the alphabet, which was really tedious, but now they just give you a choice of 4 words when you do your restore, right? It's just a confirmation that you've written down the phrase and you have it written down correctly, right? Then we get to the next step, and they tell you to hide your recovery phrase. Yeah. Then you say, okay, I'm done. And then they give you a little quiz, right? And this is what one of Churlon mentioned earlier, which is your crypto is not stored on your device. It is stored on the blockchain. Your device is basically a keychain for all your wallets. Next question. If your recovery phrase is no longer secure or private. Now, I've had this happen to a few people, and they'll say, well, what do I do now? If you've accidentally given out your recovery phrase, you might have time to move your assets to a different wallet. Just get them off the device that's been compromised, or the wallet that's been compromised. Doesn't matter, like even if it's MetaMask and you've revealed your phrase to somebody, and then you realize, oh my God, what have I done? Then you still have time to move your assets off because you still have control of the wallet, right? Even though the attacker may have your phrase, it might take him a few minutes to get it set up on his device before he can start transferring your crypto off to his wallet, right? So if your seed phrase has been revealed or compromised, then it's time, while you still have your assets, move them somewhere else as quickly as you can. My crypto is no longer safe. I need to transfer them to a secure place, like back to an exchange or a different device, right? And when I connect my Nano to the Ledger Nano app, my private key is still offline. The private key always remains on the device, even though there's a cord. It does not travel across the cord back to the computer and get exposed to the internet. The private key always remains on the device. It is used for cryptographic functions, right? The only thing that goes in and out of the device is the request and the confirmation or the authorization, right? The signed transaction, right? But the private key never leaves the device. So the private key will always remain offline. Yay, we're good. Now we do our genuine check, right? So we have the device connected. We hit check my crypto or check my device. Now we allow Ledger Manager. Now I can show you, because I had pre-done some of those steps. So, but now we're all caught up to where I was, right? Here's my brand new device. We'll click both buttons. I believe this is both buttons. Yeah. and it takes me to the home screen, right? And you'll see there that I have no apps on here whatsoever. All right, all good, continue. And now I have this alert that tells me I need to update my firmware to version 2.0, right? So I need to go to the manager. And these little breaks I usually cut out on my video when I'm recording, but when I'm live, I just have to wait. Okay, so we're going to run the firmware update. Apparently the firmware, you can't see it here. The current firmware is 2.0.0 and the new version is 2.1, right? So we'll go ahead and run the firmware update. I'm going to show you. Let me just kind of move this guy down just a tad so you can see back here, right? All right, so yeah, I have everything backed up. My seed phrase is written down and stored in a safe place. There's the release notes, the new features that are on the new firmware. Sorry about this. Let me try to get this here for you guys. We'll hit continue. And notice that the firmware update is not that difficult. It's not that scary. I did a video on updating Ledger Live yesterday, and one of the comments was, can I still move crypto even if I don't update? And I was kind of like, why is it that people just like do not want to update their device? I don't know. Maybe you don't have time. Maybe you're worried something's going to happen. But you should always keep your device updated as quickly as possible, right? That should be your first order of business, is to make sure the device is up to date, right? But yeah, you can still move crypto on and off the exchanges even if you haven't updated your firmware. The device will still work, but it needs to be updated to take advantage of the latest features and the latest security updates. And I know from experience from people that have told me, if you don't update your firmware over a course of a couple of years, the device will become unusable, right? So you need, and that's kind of a long-term thing, but you need to make sure the firmware stays up to date. All right, and there it is. I guess I need to do a confirmation. Let me see if I can get in a little better here. That looks better. Kind of trying to get around this mic here. All right, so I'm going to, I think I need to advance using this button. All right, and there, it says confirm update. I'll hit both buttons there. All right, processing again. You can see the progress there on my device as it goes. And it should take me back to the PIN entry screen. Okay, so I'll go ahead and enter the PIN. I use an 8-digit PIN, so it takes me a bit of time to get this guy entered, but I prefer to have more security than less, right? All right, there it goes. We got that done. Now we're here, and it's done, right? That was relatively easy. I only had to enter the PIN once, right? Back in the old days, you used to have to disconnect and reconnect and do all kinds of crazy stuff, like you had to hold the button down while you were plugging it in. It was like a real kind of like a twister game. But now all you keep it plugged in the whole time, and you just enter your PIN at one point. Now it wants me to install apps. There were no apps on here before, but because it's a brand new device, we're going to allow Ledger Manager again. If it was a device that you have already been using that had lots of apps on there, it will automatically reinstall all of the apps that were on there before. But in today's case, we're on a brand new device. So let's install Bitcoin, Ethereum, and that's it. That's all it has room for. Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? That's the drawback to the Ledger Nano S, is that it has a small storage capacity. But it's a perfectly good device if all you're storing is Bitcoin. It's a great, affordable hardware wallet. And if you're savvy, you can manage any number of cryptocurrencies, but you will have to shuffle apps on and off the device. But once you have created a wallet they call them accounts, they'll always be accessible on the device, even if you delete and reinstall the app, right? So you can shuffle apps on and off, but why go through all that? They have the new Ledger Nano S Plus, which has a lot more storage, right? But, we wanted to play around with this new device. So we've got Bitcoin and Ethereum on here. Now we go over to our accounts and let's add a new account. Let's add Bitcoin. We're going to add a brand new Bitcoin account. Notice that the accounts that are already on here are associated with my Ledger Nano X, most of them. Some of them are associated with my Ledger Nano S Plus. All right, it wants me to open the Bitcoin app, which I'll do. And it's going to scan the device for any existing wallets, which it won't find because it's brand new. So it's just going to create a brand new empty Bitcoin wallet for me, right? And the default is native SegWit. There are several types of Bitcoin wallets, but it's better to use the more recent one. You might have a strange reason for wanting to have a legacy wallet or a regular SegWit wallet or whatever, like an exchange that you're using doesn't support native SegWit, but that's kind of getting old now. Native SegWit has been around a while, so almost every exchange supports it, right? But you can toggle this and change the type of wallet that you want to create. I'm not sure. I haven't really done a lot of research on Taproot. I don't know why I would want to install a Taproot wallet, but, well, something we could maybe explore later. Now, here's the trick. I'm going to name this accordingly, right? Because this wallet, let me turn this off. This account, but in effect it's a wallet, right? A Bitcoin wallet has a very generalized definition, but in the case of Ledger Live, an account can be considered a wallet in and of itself, right? It's a Bitcoin. You can deposit and withdraw crypto, and you have a transaction history, right? So it is a wallet in that sense. But let's name this accordingly. Let's call this Bitcoin Ledger S Final Edition. I think I can. It's kind of a long name, but what the heck, right? Boom. There we go. And then we're done on that. And notice now, I still have access to all of the accounts that were already in here. But in order to use any of these, I would have to attach the other device, right? My Ledger Nano X, right? But I can use the new Ledger Nano S Final Edition with this particular account, right? So notice if I do a receive, it's going to ask me to attach the device. The device is already attached, right? And I'm already in the Bitcoin app. And there, it's showing me the address, right? So I am interfacing with this device in this account, but I still have all my other accounts intact, right? I didn't erase anything by adding this new device, right? And there you go. Now let's go ahead and add an Ethereum account because I want to claim that NFT. And I'll do it on this little guy, just for the heck of it. Right? It wants me to open the Ethereum app. I'll hit both buttons to do that. Sorry, I'm getting kind of a glare over there. All right, and we're going to name this account accordingly as well. This is the stuff that I edit out when I'm recording, but when I'm live, I can't. All right, so let's name this guy accordingly as well. Let's turn this little camera off for a sec here. We'll call this Ethereum Nano S Final Edition. Right? That way I can keep it straight. Believe me, Ledger Live will keep it straight. Ledger, if you try to access an account and you have the wrong device attached, Ledger Live will tell you. Ledger Live will go, oops, you have the wrong device attached. You either have the wrong device or the wrong configuration. And but that's not very helpful when you've got 3 or 4 devices and you're not sure which is which. Better to just name the accounts accordingly, right? Where'd that thing go? Did I name it or not? Where is it? Oh, there it is. I don't know. It's like, there it is, right? Ethereum Nano S Final Edition, right? Notice I've got Cardano Nano S Plus 1 and 2, right? I've got an Ethereum Ledger Nano S Plus. I've got Cardano Nano X, and the rest of them that are just like not specifically named are, I know they're all associated with my Ledger Nano X, right? The bulk of my accounts are associated with my Ledger Nano X. So that's it. You can manage multiple, you can manage conceivably almost an infinite amount of different devices within one copy of Ledger Live. They may have some sort of cap, I don't know. Maybe like you can only have 256 accounts. I don't know. There may be some kind of cap, but it's pretty flexible, right? You can manage multiple devices within one copy of Ledger Live. One thing that you can't do with Ledger Live is like if you, let's say you and your wife both have a Ledger Nano X, you can both use this copy of Ledger Live and, you know, like you could say Bitcoin me and Bitcoin wife, so that we, and, you know, my wife can hold her device safe and secure and I don't have access to it, but I would see her balances, right, and her transaction histories in Ledger Live. Ledger Live does not have a profile feature, which I think would be cool, so that when you log into Ledger Live, that login screen, there would be like, you know, whose profile do you wish to access? Dad, wife, you know, kid number 1, kid number 2. Just like when I turn on my Amazon Prime, it like presents me with, well, whose profile do you want to use, right? So then, even though we're on the same machine, we could each have our own passwords and we wouldn't be able to see each other's balances. There'd be a little more privacy. But Ledger Live doesn't have that. So if you have 2 people and 1 computer, then you can share Ledger Live, but you would see each other's balances, unfortunately. Yeah. And there we go. Now, I don't know if that bug that I encountered was because it was the new version, or it was just my computer was in a weird state. That's a possibility that it was just a Ledger Live bug, but it did get fixed when I did my reboot. But I didn't really, at the time, earlier just now, I didn't suspect Ledger Live. I just thought something went wonky with my computer. But that may be a known issue. I don't know. I mean, it just came out a couple days back. Right now, let's go ahead and claim this. Oh wait, before I do that, I'm going to show you how to sync up your accounts between the desktop version of Ledger Live and the mobile version of Ledger Live. I had someone in the comments that said, I look at my balance in Ledger Live desktop, portfolio balance, and then I look at my balance over in Ledger Live. Oh yeah, we're gonna have to redo do this too. Let's hope this works. Well, I know how to deal with these bugs now. Yep. I'm going to have to flip my Wi-Fi on and off for this to work. This is my screen sharing software. Yeah, it goes. But they said, okay, the balance on my Ledger Live on my desktop is different than the balance in my Ledger Live on my phone. And there could be a lot of reasons for that. But if everything is completely in sync, there might still be a slight difference because the price APIs might be different. But I believe there's an account that I added over in desktop that is not on the phone. Right? Notice the balances are not the same. Right? So, and that freaks people out. Right? So, I would like to show you how you can sync up the two. Now, you can add accounts to your mobile version of Ledger Live by pairing up your device through Bluetooth, right? So you could manually add every single account from your Ledger Nano X into the mobile version manually, right? And then at the end of that process, it should match what you have over in your desktop version. But the Ledger Nano X, the Ledger Nano S and the Ledger Nano S Plus, by the way, do not support Bluetooth. So there is no way for you to sync up those devices to your mobile version of Ledger Live unless you've got a cable connection kit. And I think the cable connection kit only works on Android. But there is a mechanism for adding those accounts by exporting them from desktop to your phone, right? And so it's, if you're over in Wallet, where is it, doggone it? See all, I guess it's on see all. Okay. So if you go to see all, then you see that little plus at the top, right? I don't know why they don't show that little plus in the wallet screen, right? But I have to do see all in order to see all my wallets, and then I got that plus right at the top, right? So if I hit that plus, right, it goes, do you wish to use your ledger or do you wish to import from your desktop? So we're going to import from our desktop because I want access to the Ethereum address of that new ledger I just set up. And it'll be much easier if I have the account in my Ledger Live, right? Because I'm going to need it when I claim that NFT. At least that's what they told me. So we'll see. So we'll choose import from desktop. Now it says, okay, you need to go into your Ledger Live, into your settings, accounts, export, accounts, export. All right, so we'll move this guy over here. Let's go over here. What did it say? Settings, accounts, and then export accounts. That's over here. All right, this little button. So we'll hit that. And it gives us this crazy dynamic QR code, right? So all we'll have to do is lift our phone up and scan this QR code. Notice the progress bar down there. It's making some progress. Okay. And there we go. Now it's there are some existing accounts in there. And let's see. I don't think I'm overwriting any of them. But notice there, the ones I'm interested in are Ethereum Nano S Final Edition, even though it's empty, and Bitcoin Ledger Nano S Plus and Bitcoin Ledger S Final Edition. We'll go ahead, and some of these are new, like that Zcash. I just recently added that to my desktop. So I'll leave them all ticked, and I'll hit import, and I'll let it sync up. I can turn this guy off. We'll go back to portfolio, and then we'll go back here to assets, and it looks like it's a match now, right? So that's how you sync up your accounts, which is useful if you just want to be able to look at your accounts on the go. Suppose all you had was a Ledger Nano S, and there was no way for you to interface with the mobile app via Bluetooth. But you still wanted to be able to, take a look at your crypto portfolio when you were out and about, right? Or, out driving or at a picnic or whatever, and you saw Bitcoin was up, or you wondered if Bitcoin was up or down. You could export all of your Ledger Nano S accounts onto the mobile version, just like I did, and then check your portfolio on the go, even though you really couldn't, send and receive from the mobile app. At least you would have kind of like a watch wallet that you could see your, your current value of all your assets, right? And of course, if you have a Ledger Nano X and and you have that with you on the go, then you can send and receive crypto, because you have that Bluetooth interface, right? So why did I go through? Well, I wanted to address the issue because someone asked me in the comments yesterday about why he wasn't seeing the exact same balance. But in addition to that, I want to claim that NFT that I got from my Ledger Nano. Is this it? Yeah. I got this NFT. This little card was included with my Ledger Nano S final edition, and there's a QR code on the back of it. I won't show it to you because I'm going to claim it. I don't want anyone else to claim it. I don't think it's a private key, but let's play around. I don't know what's going to happen. We're just going to try it, right? But it says here, what does it say? On here, it says you will need, see, this is down at the bottom there. It says you, I don't know what I'm trying to do to you guys. It says down there at the bottom, it says you will need your Ethereum address from your Ledger Live wallet, right? So I have several, but I'm going to use the one that we just created, right? Well, I'm going to use this one. So because I'm doing this on my phone, I'm going to go into See All. I'm going to go down to that Ethereum account, which should be, I guess, down on the bottom because it's pretty much empty. There it is. Ethereum Nano S Final Edition. I'm going to tap that. I'm going to do receive. I don't need my device to do this. Turn on and unlock your device. Use another device. Stay in Ledger Live app and use another device. Oh, continue. Continue without device. That's what I want, right? I just want it to give me the address. I'm trusting Ledger Live to give me the correct address, right? I know there's, it's better if you can verify, but I can't verify my Ledger Nano S. I could verify it on the desktop version, but we won't go through all that, right? I just want the darn address in my clipboard. I'm going to copy that into my clipboard, right? And then I'll just go back here. I'm going to turn on my camera, and I'm going to go scan the QR code on that thing. Okay. Yeah, I don't care. Let's just do it. All right. All right. So that's it. We did it. All right. I'm claiming this. Okay. Now I need to give them my Ethereum address. So I'll just tap and paste. That's the Ethereum address of my new Ledger Nano S Final Edition. Okay. Free minting. Okay. Mint. Oh, I wonder if I need any Ethereum in the wallet. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, it's being added to my collection. That's cool. Okay, says it's pending. Let's view transaction. Ooh, browse collection. Let's check it out. That's kind of cool. All right. Now, let's go back over here to Ledger Live. Let's turn this guy off. And see here. Oh, it should show up here. Maybe it's going to take it a minute. And it should show up in my desktop version. It's the same address, right? We can go over to accounts. Let's scroll down here to the bottom. Now I could also do this. Let's just hang that there for a sec. And let's go to etherscan.io and just check the address on the Ethereum blockchain and see if anything's happened yet. I don't see anything. Yeah. I don't know when that is going to come in. But I might have to be patient on that. I was kind of hoping it would happen right away. These are the events you attended in the past. Okay, let's look at this again. Whoops. Okay. Not responding. That's fun. Wow. It's one of those nights, huh? Okay. All right. I get it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to have to toggle my Wi-Fi on and off again in order to get this screen sharing thing to work. Bit of a hassle, but at least I know what to do now. All right. Now let's go back here and okay. So it has the last few numbers of the Ethereum address there. And we can check it over here. We can even confirm it if we want to, because the device is attached. Oh, you know what happened? It's the device went to sleep, right? So let's turn this camera back on again. I forgot to do what I normally do, which is turn off that stupid screensaver, which forces you to re-enter your PIN every 10 minutes. So let's take care of that. All right. So let's get out of the Ethereum app for the moment. Let's hold down both buttons for a few seconds. Takes us to the control center. We'll go into settings and we'll go down to security. We'll hit both buttons again. Let's go to pin lock and let's turn that off. It goes to pin lock every 10 minutes. So I'm going to set it to off, no pin lock. And then I'll do the same with screensaver. I don't know why they have both of them, but I'm going to turn them both off, right? We'll scroll over to off. And now I don't have to worry about that pin lock thing anymore. As long as the device is attached, it won't go to sleep and I won't have to re-enter the pin. That is a little bit of a security risk, but I just need to make sure when I'm done using the device that I disconnect it, right? I go down to back and then I go back. I go down to back again to back out. And then I can exit the control center by clicking close, both buttons. And I'm back at the home screen again. All right. And I need to be in the Ethereum. Let's do a retry. You remember, it was like now because the pin has been entered and the device is awake. It's indicating that I should open the Ethereum app, so I'll do that. And it's going to show me the Ethereum address on the device and on my computer screen, right? And you can see on my phone there, the first 4 digits are D, capital D, lowercase d, 0F, and I can see those on my device and on my screen. And then if I scroll to the end there, 0A38, I've just confirmed that that is the correct Ethereum address. All right. So we know that this phone app, this POAP app, is sending this Ethereum or this NFT to me, my collection, right? I don't know what this scan does. That's kind of interesting. I don't want it. Doesn't do anything really. So I have this. Okay, there it is. But I don't see it in my wallet yet. I don't see anything in my wallet yet. But maybe I will soon. We'll just keep an eye on it. We'll check it in a bit. It is syncing right now. All right, so sorry it took me so long to do that. So I'm going to buy some Cardano and transfer it into my device, and we'll play around with that. Barbara K, my phone is no longer showing my ledger balance and wants me to restore. Is that the right way to correct? You could do it that way. Yeah, I mean, theoretically, you can delete the Ledger Live app on your phone and reinstall it. And then, you know, when you reinitialize the app, you can simply import all of the accounts from your desktop if you want to do it that way. Some people may have separate accounts in their mobile app. Right? I should be over here. I'm talking into this mic and you guys are looking at the side of my head. I have 2 cameras. All right. If Ledger Live doesn't want to open, you just open Task Manager and kill the process. No need to reboot. Okay, maybe I should have done that. Yeah, I probably should have tried that since I was doing a live stream. But, you know, my first instinct was to just, you know, reboot. I knew that would solve the problem. I don't have problems with Ledger Live or my Nanos. The major exchanges are another issue. Okay. One of the best things I learned on this live stream, how to stop the Ledger from needing the pin lock. This is so irritating, yeah. Is there any problem with FTXUS? I can't transfer, withdraw crypto from FTXUS to Ledger. Well, I set up an FTXUS account earlier. So I'm going to play around with that feature in a bit. I think clicking the like still helps. Although I read or I saw on a video that talked about being a YouTuber, and they said that it's what's the word? The etiquette, YouTube etiquette, is not to beg for likes and subscribes on your channel, because at this point everybody knows that they want you to like and subscribe. So it's almost like, yeah, I know. So, I mean, I'll say it I usually say it at the end of my videos, but it really turns me off when I'm watching a YouTube video and they're asking me to like and subscribe, like within the first few seconds of the video. I haven't even seen the video yet. I don't even know if if I'm going to like your video or not. You know, like I pulled up the video because I wanted instructions on how to install a cooler on my CPU, and you're asking me to like and subscribe at the beginning of your video. I haven't even watched it yet. So I think it's kind of, you know, rude when a YouTuber says, "Oh, don't forget to like and subscribe" at the very beginning of their video. It's kind of dumb. But anyway, yeah, I mean, likes and subscribes help your metrics, right? Gee, where is that stupid NFT they promised me? I'm wondering where it is, right? I don't see it. Because it should show up. Like if we go over to Ethereum main, see, it shows my non-fungible tokens right here on the main screen. Right. Now, some of you might wonder, well, maybe you didn't get that NFT because you don't have any Ethereum in your account. Well, I'm not really sure how this NFT thing, this claim thing works, but my assumption is that they're sending it to me because I scan that QR code, and that's a unique QR code and for me to claim the NFT, and they'll be sending it to me. So they're the ones that pay the gas when they send it to me. I don't need Ethereum in my wallet to receive an NFT. But if I wanted to move the NFT back out somewhere else, then yes, I would need to put some Ethereum in that wallet, right? It's always a good idea to fund your Ethereum wallet, especially if you're storing ERC20 tokens, which you plan on selling at some point. You'll need Ethereum in the wallet to transfer them back out. A lot of people run into that issue. They buy Ethereum based tokens like, say, Chainlink or Uniswap or something like that, and they set up their Ethereum wallet, properly, and they stored their NFT in there properly, but they forgot to put some Ethereum in the wallet for gas fees when it's time to transfer it back out again. So let's see, we could do that. Let's see which account. Both of these accounts are kind of sparse on Ethereum at the moment, but we can still do it. Let's go down here to this guy. Let's receive. We don't need to verify on the device anymore. I'm okay with that. Let's just go back over to this guy. We'll use Ethereum main. We'll send $50 worth of Ethereum into that new wallet just for the heck of it. You can transfer crypto between your accounts. Now watch what happens when I do this. I'm going to put $50 worth of Ethereum. It's going to cost me $1.40. And we'll continue. Now I'm expecting a failure here. Something is going to go wrong. What's wrong? Well, what's wrong is I'm trying to send Ethereum out of an account that is not based on this ledger, right? This ledger is an empty ledger with maybe just one NFT on it. The account that I'm trying to send Ethereum out of is not associated with this, right? So let's disconnect this guy. Let's connect. Oops, what am I doing here? What? Oh, okay. I was like, where's my cable? It's connected to my mouth. All right, so I'm going to connect my Ledger Nano X because that's the account that I'm attempting to send out of, right? You always need to have the device attached when you're sending crypto out because that is when the private key comes into play, right? I can check my balance all day long. I can send crypto into an account all day long. But as soon as I try to move crypto out, it needs to be authorized by the private key. So the private key is on your device. So in order to move crypto out, I need to connect this device. Right, and I should... This cable's not doing me any favors here. All right. There we go. And I need to be in the Ethereum app. But now that it's connected, let's hit retry. Now it should say, okay, open your Ethereum app. And now it's going to check again. Is this the right private key for this account? Yes, right? Because now it works, right? So we'll do review transaction. I'm sending out a small amount of Ethereum. We'll accept and send. Off it goes. I'm just priming the new account a little bit, just for the heck of it, because eventually I'll want some Ethereum in that account. Probably more in the long run, but I'm just doing a little demo for you guys. So that should go out, and then we should see some in the new account, some Ethereum. What happened? Oh, here it is, right? Sent on today. All right, let's go over. Let's try that FTX thing within Ledger Live. Someone, what was the question? Somebody said they couldn't transfer from FTX to. That was weird. All right, let me go. Let me look at that one again. Whoops. No balance. Okay, Deborah, you did this comment before, and I thought what you were telling me was that you were over here in Manager. Yeah, you made a comment on my video earlier, and you went and you updated your firmware, and now you're saying I don't see any balances. Is this what you're looking at? Are you looking at this screen and wondering where your balances are? Because if that's the case, then you just need to go over here to the accounts and click accounts and go back over to accounts, and then you can see your balances again. And if like all of your accounts have a zero balance, which is, I've never heard of that, you might try to go over here to the help section and clear your cache if that's the case. But I have a feeling you were over in Manager and you just ended up in Manager after you updated your firmware, and you just were confused a little bit, which I completely understand if you're new to all of this, right? You just need to go back over to accounts. But someone asked me earlier, he said, he asked me about FTX. Is there any problem with FTXUS? I cannot transfer crypto from FTXUS to my ledger. Let's check it out. Now, I'm assuming, and I haven't really used FTX yet, but I'm assuming if I make a purchase from my bank account, that I will might have to wait 3 or 4 days for the deposit to clear before I can make my withdrawal. So if you make a purchase of Bitcoin and then immediately try to withdraw it, you might have issues with that. Some, like Binance US, you can withdraw right away if you do that. Coinbase will make you wait. So, but let's go ahead. I got to do this whole. Okay. All right. Got that. Oh, I'm still logged in. Okay. So I wanted to go through this little process with you guys because everyone freaks out about this. And it's not that big of a deal. They say, oh, it wants me to give them my banking information. Well, when you set up Coinbase exchange accounts or whatever, I don't know, I guess maybe it's a little bit different, but in the past, what you'd put in your bank account and your routing number and give it directly to the exchange so that they could sync up to your bank account, right? But now they have this service called Plaid, which wants you to input your banking credentials. Well, it's a service, right? So I'm going to just go ahead and do it for you guys and show you that it's not such a big deal. A lot of people freak out. They don't trust Plaid. But I went kind of did a deep dive in their help section. And my thinking was that everything that you provided to them was encrypted and they had no access to it. But that's not completely true. There are some services that works with, right? When you type in your credentials, it's encrypted. They don't have it. They don't have access to it, and then it gets provided to your service on the other end, right? But not every service supports that, right? So in some cases, Plaid does in fact save your credentials on their servers so that when you log in or need access, they'll provide those credentials to that service, right? So in a way, you are trusting Plaid. But we trust a lot of things, right? So, okay, yeah, I'm trusting Plaid to store my data. But you trust the IRS to store your tax information. You trust Amazon with all your credit card numbers and expiration dates. You trust Grubhub with your credit card information, you know. Depending on how you're making your purchases, I'm trusting Steam with my PayPal credentials, right? When I buy games on the Steam platform, I trust Uber by giving them my credit card information. And I'm trusting that somebody at Uber is not going to use my credit card to go out and buy birthday presents for their kids, you know? So we trust the system with all kinds of stuff on a daily basis. So I don't understand why people freak out so much when Plaid asks them to enter their banking credentials, right? It's a way of linking your bank account to a cryptocurrency exchange. So I'll do Chase, right? And then they're going to want me to log into my Chase online banking, right? This comes up. This is my online banking, right? So I'll just go ahead and sign in. I think at one point it's going to show my balance, so I'm going to hide that from you guys. But, okay, it's there, boom, right? They're kind of giving me an overview, but basically they're a financial service, right? And then it asks them, okay, which account do you wish to, connect? Let's see. Yeah, right? And then the next step is probably where it's going to show the balance of my account. No, it doesn't even do that, right? It's like, okay, that's the account you wish to connect. Okay. And so, boom, connect. Boom, done, right? I'm not worried, right? And you guys watched me do it. But I did a video on how to do this, and you would not believe the amount of negative comments I got from people who are like, oh, you're so stupid. I can't believe you would do that. And I'm like, what? You know? Okay, it looks like I have, okay, now I want to make a deposit of $100. All right, into FTXUS. And watch, it'll get like a fraud alert on my, I probably won't, right? Because we use Plaid. So it should be fine. Right, and there you go. Now what? Where's my balance? Okay, there it is. $100 balance, right? So, what were you buying? Did you buy BTC? Oh, okay. Dan said he made the swap from within Ledger Live and it worked fine. We'll buy Bitcoin. Actually, let's try Cardano. I'm not sure which crypto you were using, but let's try Cardano just for the heck of it. Now, a couple of people last live stream mentioned to me that this issue with OBS was most likely a Windows 11 issue because I did upgrade to Windows 11 recently, fairly recently, like within the year, and it was after that I started having these connection issues because this is not a hardware issue because I haven't changed my hardware. It's not a internet connection issue because I can see my modem is right over there and I can see that it's got a good connection. So this OBS issue that I'm experiencing is most likely a Windows 11 issue, and I haven't really had a chance to troubleshoot it yet, but I will try and figure out why I keep getting disconnected during my live streams. Let's see. Let's go to Bitcoin and US dollar. And let's see. Let's try a market order. And let's do 50%. That's like $50, right? Let's hit buy and see what happens. Said the order was placed. And now we should be able to go over to our wallet, to our portfolio, and see that there's Bitcoin in there now, right? I would kind of expect the Bitcoin to kind of bubble to the top because, it has a balance. Because like if I bought Cardano, would it like still be all the way down here? I don't know. Let's buy the Cardano. Let's see if I can do that. Let's hit all markets. And you can't search. It'd be nice if I could just search. There it is. That's what I want. I want ADA. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's find it. It's got to be in here somewhere, right? Maybe they don't sell ADA. Who knows? Huh. All right, let's try Uni and see what happens. Wait. Okay, there's Uni. Was it nothing comes up when I hit A? Oh, Canadian dollar, AD. Okay, Cardano. Oh wait, was that it? I guess they don't sell Cardano. Maybe that's why. Okay, they don't sell Cardano. All right, let's go ahead and do ETHUSD though, since we're here. We'll make it a market order, and we'll do 100%. And let's do our buy. And so now we should have Bitcoin and Ethereum. Right? Here we go. Now, can we withdraw these, right, to our ledger? Let's see. Let's go ahead. I hate to keep pumping Ethereum into this little guy. Oh, our NFT. Is it here? Is it here? Oh no, it just says receive NFT, which is weird because it didn't show that before until I put some Ethereum in there, which is kind of weird. I still don't see the Ethereum in here. Or I'm sorry, my NFT. Yeah. I don't know. That it seems odd that if I claim that NFT that I would have needed to have had Ethereum in there. That doesn't sound right. Anyway, we'll look back again. So I don't think I'll put the Ethereum in there. Let's put it back in Ethereum main, right? All right, so let's do our receive. We'll continue. We'll get the address of this wallet. We'll go over to FTX and we'll attempt to withdraw and see what happens, right? It might say something along the lines of you need to wait for your deposit to clear. Let's send it all. Here's there's the address. Amount too high. Okay. Higher than the maximum withdrawal amount, right? Some funds aren't withdrawable yet. You have balances credited from ACH or credit card deposits that haven't fully cleared. So that's probably why Admir asked earlier, why can't I withdraw? That's probably why your funds haven't cleared yet, right? That's fairly common, right? Which is kind of interesting because if I use the third-party swap, and let's eyeball this out first. Let's say I want to swap this Bitcoin here in Bitcoin affiliate for some Ethereum, just for the heck of it, right? So let's go over here to swap. I'm going to need to get my password manager queued up over here. All right, so that's the one. That's Bitcoin affiliate. And let's see, if I do max, it's 0.008, which is 172. Let's do 0.0035. That should be, it's 74. That should work, right? It's not too small. Now we're going to use the FTX interface. So I'm going to log into my FTX account. So the email is the CryptoDad. The password I've copied into my clipboard. There we go. I'll put stay logged on. Let's say logged in. Let's put login. There we have log two-factor. I didn't set up two-factor with FTX. Oh, there. It's a SMS two-factor. Okay. Yeah, they sent it. All right, so here we go. Okay. All right. And I've already, whoops, sorry. I already did my KYC earlier. I submitted my driver's license. So my KYC is already approved, right? So now let's try, oh, sorry. You have to keep the phone awake because if it goes to sleep, then it does that weird stuff. Let's hit exchange and see what happens. Oh, I need to confirm on the ledger, right? So we need to make sure we're in the right app. I would assume I need to be in the Bitcoin app, right? Let's get out of this. Oh, sorry. Let's get out of this. Maybe it was because I was in the Ethereum app that it failed. Let's hit retry. It should ask me to open the Bitcoin app, I would assume. What? What's it? Oh, it's probably installing the FTX app. I didn't know there was like an FTX app. Maybe there is. Ah, okay. So there's this app exchange thing I need to install. Notice how Ledger just installed it for me. That was pretty nice. Exchange is ready. But I should still have to authorize that outgoing Bitcoin transaction. Ah, and there it is, right? It's asking me to authorize this Bitcoin send. Because basically that's what I'm doing. I'm sending Bitcoin. There's the fees. I do have Bitcoin network fees whenever you do a Bitcoin send. And so basically sending them Bitcoin, and they're going to like do the swap on their exchange and send the Ethereum right back to me. And I'm not sure which Ethereum account it went into. Okay. I can do a see details. I thought it was, it was Ethereum hidden, right? It wasn't actually the account that I had intended. But I didn't see the Ethereum account name in there. Maybe I just didn't look at it carefully enough. But it is, in fact, it's going into Ethereum hidden. So I can just go over to accounts and check Ethereum hidden. And there should be an additional 50 coming in pretty quick. hopefully soon, right? All right, well, it seemed like it worked, right? I'm okay with where it was. Although I kind of lost it now. I should have kept that. Oh, I can still go to history. Hello, kitty. Come on, kitty. Be careful. Okay, I can look at this. Okay, there. Kitty. Ugh, this cat. Crazy cat. You crazy kitty. Let's see if I can show you what's going on with this cat. Kitty. No. Pooies. I have to do this. Yeah, then we can do this. This is dumb cat. See? He's all over my keyboard. Whoops. That's not what I want. This one. This crazy cat. Look at this cat. All over Daddy's keyboard. Just laying around like nothing. All right. Okay. Yes, I know. That's right. Let's see, where were you? Oh, yeah. See, I can go in here and get that. There's a swap ID. And then they supposedly sent it to this wallet. And I should be able to go down here and even here, just go on the Explorer for that address. Where is it? From this one. Right, now I should see some transactions here. But I don't see that incoming for what that swap I just did. Seems odd. Maybe it's going to take it a few minutes, right? Because it's an exchange. Sometimes these things take a while. So, yeah, I might not see that. Oh, this is not right. I don't know what that is. Okay, whatever. That's something else, right? Anyway, we should see that coming in shortly, which is fine. We'll give it a few minutes. Let me see where I'm at. Let's look at this. Oh, yeah, I had to like start everything over, didn't I? Okay. Okay, let's do this. Trying not to reveal too much personal information. But it's tough. Let's look at this. No, what I'm trying to do is get over to, oh yeah, this. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I'm trying to get over here. I forgot why, though. I forgot why. Oh, yeah, I was like trying to figure out what I was doing tonight. All right, so we didn't do the Cardano transfer, so we can do that. I did the sync. I haven't played around with the networks on MetaMask yet, or avoiding scams. Oops, that cat just screwed me over again. All right, let's just head over to BINANCE US real quick. Are you kidding me? Okay. Oh, okay. I recently logged in from a different device. Okay. I guess they're talking about Ledger Live. All right. I think that's what they were talking about, right? And but I don't see that swap. I don't know if that would even... Ugh. All right, that's enough. Come on, get down. Too much cat. Ugh. So yeah, I was kind of expecting to see that swap that I just did from within Ledger Live in my history. Let's see what that is. Trigger orders. All I see are those purchases that I made. So, but that they did give me that alert that I appeared to have logged in from a different device, which was Ledger Live, I'm assuming. And I still haven't seen that Ethereum come into this account yet. Might take a while, for all I know. So let's go ahead and go over to Binance US and get that ADA and put it in our Ledger device. I wanted to play around with a little bit of ADA before it got too late. And I probably should set up my Google Authenticator with my FTX account as well, because I don't like that SMS two-factor. All right. Whoops. All right. All right. So we're going to use the buy crypto functionality. I'll use my Lake Michigan Credit Union. I'll buy some Cardano. I know they sell it. I can search for it. All right. And let's just buy 50 bucks worth. All right. Directly out of my bank account. It's only costing me 25 cents. And Binance US will allow me to withdraw this immediately. They have in the past. Maybe they've changed their policies. And then they give me a network error, which is fairly common as well. But I can go over to my wallet and I should see... Oh, maybe that was a full-blown error because they did not show up here. Nope. See, it did go through. There's the ADA, right? So let's go ahead and put that in our Ledger account or transfer it to our wallet. The wallet controls crypto that's on the blockchain. So we're really not moving it into, per se, into the wallet as much as we are moving it to an address on the blockchain that this wallet controls, right? I know it's a little convoluted to say it that way, but that is the more precise way to say it. All right, let's go down to this Cardano account. We'll do a receive and get the address. I'll bypass the confirmation step and just grab this address. We'll go over to Binance US. We'll go to withdraw our Cardano. We'll max it. We just bought it, right? We'll paste in the address of our Cardano wallet. And we should be okay. All right, they're going to charge me 1 ADA. This is a set fee. Even when ADA was $3, they were charging 1 ADA. It's just, I guess it's the wallet functionality. I'm going to put in my two-factor authentication. All right. Oh, they don't like all those decimal places, right? So let's do that withdraw again. We'll max it out, but instead we'll like shave off these. All right. 103.8. All right. Now I should be happy with that. All right, let's try it again. Let's put in our authenticator. I'm going to wait for my authenticator to cycle through once. Okay, there it is. All right, and that should have worked. Okay, so now let's go wait for their confirmation email, which is going to come to my CryptoDad email. There it is. Confirm my ADA withdrawal of 103 ADA. And it should come, right? Notice I bought it right then, and I was able to withdraw right away. There may be a cap to that, right? It may be like any over 500. They wouldn't allow me to withdraw it right away, or I don't know. And I think that technically, legally, they state that I might have to wait 3 to 5 days, but they don't make me wait. I'm not sure, right? All I know is they generally will allow me to withdraw right away. But I always make fairly small purchases, right? I've never bought like 100 grand and then tried to withdraw it right away. That might be a different story for all we know. All right. But we withdrew some ADA. We should see it come in over here fairly quickly. Let's check our other transactions, right? We're waiting for some Ethereum over here, which has not arrived yet. Let's see what happens. Don't see that. Okay, it's synced up, but it's still not there. Let's go down here and see if, oh, this is higher in the list now. Still no NFT. I don't know what happened to that NFT. Apparently it just didn't show up. It said that it was going to transfer it, right? Isn't that what it said? Brog on the interwebs. I don't know. Okay. It says the collection is in this wallet, but I don't see it. So maybe it's going to take the NFT a while to actually hit this account. We'll see. I think it looks like I did everything right. I don't know that I'm missing a step or anything. I don't know. Sometimes you just have to be patient. I know it's hard. Ethereum hidden still hasn't gotten that Ethereum swap. Let's see. What else were we doing? Oh, we're waiting for that Cardano. Let's see what happened with that. Right? Where's the Cardano? Still no card. Okay, there it is. All right. So we got the Cardano from BINANCE US, which is pretty nice, right? So that one was easy. So the purchase that we made on FTX, we cannot withdraw for 3 to 7 business days, whatever that is, right? But the swap should have gone through right away or fairly quickly, right? But we'll see, right? My assumption there is that since I transferred a hard asset on there, like once a Bitcoin transfer is irreversible, right? So once I pay them Bitcoin, I'm good for that, right? A bank charge, I could always call my bank and like dispute the charge or some, shenanigans like that. That is why they make you wait for bank transactions. But a Bitcoin transfer is a Bitcoin transfer. Once I transfer the Bitcoin to them, that should be enough for them to perform the swap and send me my Ethereum, no questions asked, right? And no delays. But it has to at least go through their process, right? So it might take a while. All right, why don't we transfer some of this Cardano to a different account? Let's see. I've got a Cardano PP account. Let's do this Cardano account, right? I want to move the Cardano from the Ledger Nano X over to the Cardano account that's associated with my Ledger Nano S Plus, right? And I'll just do the receive. I won't confirm because I don't have the device attached, but I will grab the address, and then we'll go back over here to this Cardano account and do a transfer, right? This has not confirmed yet, but I should have some available Cardano, right? We'll do, I don't know, how much did we get? 48. Let's do 100 Cardano. So we'll do the send. And so I have the device attached that's associated with this Cardano account. We're pasting in the address of the Cardano account that's associated with my other ledger. But like I said, I can send crypto into an account all day long. I don't need the device for that. And what do we say? 50 or 100? 100 Cardano, just like $50 worth of Cardano. And I'll show you what's going on my device. Okay. Actually, since I pointed it at the cat and put it back on the desk, it's like lined up just right. That was kind of neat. All right, so I hit Open Cardano app. All right, and now I'll hit Continue. Does it want me to export anything? No. So I'm in expert mode, right? I have expert mode enabled, so we should see some information about what's going on, right? 100 Cardano. The network fees for Cardano transactions are set at 0.168141. That's a set Cardano fee. Click continue. Let's see what happens with the device. It wants me to export the address. There's no scrolling, right? I just execute each command. So I hit both buttons. There's no little arrow over there, right? Hit both buttons. There's the spending path. Hit both buttons. There's the staking key path. Hit both buttons. Now I confirm exporting the address. I say yes. All right, now I'm going to approve that transaction, right? Yes, I want to start the new transaction. There's the sending address, right? That's the address of my other wallet. 2 pieces of it. Now that I'm at the end of the address, I'll hit both buttons, right? Now it's saying, okay, send 100 ADA. We'll hit both buttons. There's that small ADA transaction fee. I'll hit both buttons again. This is the extra information, right? There's like this epic information, and then I hit confirm by clicking both buttons. There's the witness path, which I've never seen before. This is all like expert mode stuff. Sign using this witness. Okay. Can I get a witness? And off it goes. Right? And we should see this amount go down. Cat, I am going to wring your neck. I am. Cat, don't put your face on my keyboard. Having relationship issues here. Okay, so it's still syncing. Let's see, after the sync, we should see. Okay, I'm going to turn this part off. And so we should see that Cardano go out shortly, right? We see it right here. It might take it a few minutes for it to actually like subtract from my balance. Ugh. Ugh. Yeah, we bought the cat for my daughter, but my daughter and the cat really didn't hit it off very much, so Dad's the one that takes care of the cat. So the cat's always hanging around me. Right, kitty? Yeah. Daddy's the one that feeds him, cleans his box, and lets him out to play in the morning. Okay, so why hasn't this ADA gone out yet? It should soon. Let's go over to the other account, see if maybe it's shown up over there. Not quite. Right? We should see a transaction incoming. All right. We accept BTC. Okay. Try clicking receive NFT. I think that is the only thing that does is just generates the address. If I were like something like I can do that, right? But we tried that. It's just showing me all that does is present the address. If I were to go somewhere else and send the NFT to my wallet, like if I were to, I don't know, it's weird, you know, I think most NFT websites you're actually trading from within your wallet, right? You connect your wallet to OpenSea. This whole thing with POAP, I just gave them my Ethereum address, and supposedly they were supposed to send me this NFT, and it looks like they did. Oh, this POAP is currently on XDay and can be migrated to mainnet. Huh. It's interesting. Okay, maybe that's what I didn't do. Let's try that. I would like you to see what, like, I guess I missed this. Oh, not again. Oh, wow. Oh, there it went. Okay, let's try again. You know what's weird about this OBS error is I get a message that says OBS Studio disconnecting, comma reconnecting. It doesn't say OBS disconnected and then just like hang there for a minute. I get a message that says OBS Studio disconnecting, reconnecting. And then and a minute later, a second or two later, I see OBS reconnected. All right, let's try it. Let's see. Migrate POAP. Maybe I have to pay them to do this. Maybe this is what I need to do. So, but I'm kind of worried because I don't have an account with them or anything. So if I lose this page, I don't know what would happen. I guess I could always scan the QR code again, but it would probably say something along the lines of this NFT has already been claimed. This page wants to interact with Brave Wallet. Oh boy, here we go. That's not good. Okay. So now you're really screwing me over. Yeah, this isn't going to work because I don't have Brave Wallet on my phone. And why would it want Brave Wallet? Ugh. Yeah, this is dumb. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is not going to work. Oh, jeez. Okay. Wow. Yeah, I know this is not going to work, but I'm going to do it anyway. Yeah, it would be nice if they like spelled this out for you. Yeah, I'm going to skip the backup. Yeah, what do they want me to do here? There's no Ethereum in this wallet. Are they trying to charge this wallet to transfer this thing? I mean, this is really not very nice. Okay, it wants me to connect. All right. Okay, and now it's connected. And now what? Are you going to put the NFT in this wallet? Or are you going to tell me that there's no Ethereum in this wallet? You should do it on your desktop browser and use MetaMask. I would normally have done it using my desktop, but the whole thing started with me having to scan a QR code. So I don't know how I could have scanned the QR code from my desktop unless I tried to use my webcam or something like that. It seemed like a phone-centric type of transaction. I mean, and the promise is that you buy a Ledger Nano S Plus or you buy a Ledger Nano S Final Edition and they give you this claim code, then you're supposed to be able to claim your NFT or my free NFT. So I did that. Like I scanned the QR code, I gave them my Ethereum address, and now nothing's happening. I'm not getting and when I try to like interact with this thing, it's doing all this crazy stuff, which I don't know what the heck it's doing, to be honest with you now. It's still just spinning, right? But it still has the address. Okay. When they show the QR code, they don't show the address, question mark. The QR code took me to this website on my phone. When I scanned the QR code, it took me to this site that you're looking at right now. And it gave me a little box that said, give me your Ethereum address. And I did. And after I did that, it acted like that was all I needed to do. And I should have received the NFT in my Ethereum wallet, but I did not, or have not yet. Yeah, we're still waiting for the NFT to appear in this wallet. It still hasn't. Right? Although I can look at this on the phone and it looks like it says the collection here and it has the address of this Ethereum wallet, but I still don't see the NFT in my wallet. So I don't know what's going on. And, you know, this is not my first rodeo. You know, I'm assuming when you claim a free NFT by scanning a QR code that it should work, right? Shouldn't need to connect to some weird wallet and do all kind of, all it said was I need to give them my Ethereum address, and they would, my understanding was that they were just going to send me this free NFT to my wallet, but they didn't, or they haven't yet. We'll see. It might show up later, who knows, but most normal transactions probably would have completed by now, right? We're still waiting. I really do not want to have to what's the word? Backtrace or downgrade my computer to Windows 10 just because of this idiotic OBS issue. But it's getting to the point of being beyond frustration. Yeah, I guess OBS is getting tired. Maybe it's time I wrap it up for tonight. It is late. I was kind of hoping that this NFT would show up. Let's check the other transactions that were happening. We're still waiting for that swap that was supposed to send Ethereum into this wallet. Hasn't happened yet. That FTX swap. I don't know how long it took for Dan. And what else were we waiting on? I guess that was it. That and the NFT. We got the Cardano. That worked. That was fine. Oh, we were transferring Cardano from one wallet to another. Yeah, it came. Right, we got that. When we transferred the Cardano from one of my wallets in Ledger Live to a different wallet in Ledger Live, that worked. That's done. So still confirming, but done. So at least that worked. So I guess next week I'll check in with you guys and we'll confirm whether or not that FTX swap completed. I would assume it will, but I'm a little concerned that it didn't happen as fast as I expected it to. Generally, when you do like a swap like that over on Uniswap, it happens pretty quick. But that's on the Ethereum network. This was a chain-to-chain swap. This was Bitcoin chain to Ethereum chain. So in their on their end, it's more like just a trade. And I remember back when on a normal exchange, sometimes withdrawals take a while, depending on the situation. Withdrawals of crypto, right? So, yeah, I don't see it here yet. So we'll just have to just assume it'll happen sooner or later. And I'll check back with you guys. How many hardware wallets am I using? I mentioned earlier, we talked about, wallet strategies, and I generally use my Ledger Nano X. That's my go-to wallet. But I have several other wallets simply because over time I've done a lot of demos. I've, gotten a lot of free wallets over the years. And so I have quite a few wallets, but not because that's my crypto strategy. It's because I run this website, or I run this YouTube channel, and I do a lot of demos. So I have a lot of hardware wallets that I've demoed that have balances on them. Because when I do a demo, I actually transfer crypto from one place to another. I don't just say I'm doing it. I actually do it so that you can see it from beginning to end. So I do have several wallets just laying around that have crypto in them. And within this Ledger Live, I think I have 4 different devices represented, right? Most of the accounts are on the Ledger Nano X, but we've got this Ethereum account is associated with my older Ledger Nano X, the Genesis version. And then I've got some accounts that are associated with the Ledger Nano S Plus. And then tonight, we just added a few accounts for the Ledger Nano Final Edition that I recently purchased. All right. This is the account we've been waiting for that free NFT to show up, but it hasn't. Am I socially minded? I don't know what that means. Does that socially minded? Does socially minded mean that I recycle, or is it something bigger than that? I like to think of myself as an open-minded individual, right? I took social psychology when I was in college. The power of the group over the individual. It's a very interesting field of psychology. Is it safe to keep crypto on Coinbase? Relatively. It's pretty much as safe as it would be to keep your money in a bank. And we do that. We don't think twice about doing that, right? But those of us from, that remember our older generation, right? I'm 59. And, I knew my grandmother and my great-grandmother when I was a kid. And they didn't trust banks, because they went through the Depression. A lot of people, average people lost all the money they had in their banks when the banks failed during the Great Depression. So, is it safe to keep your money in a bank? Yes, relatively speaking. At least these days, most people trust banks. Most people trust Coinbase too. But there is an inherent risk in keeping your crypto under someone else's care, in the same sense that it's risky to keep your money in the bank's care, because when you put your money in a bank, it's their money now. The only thing they give you in exchange is a promise to pay you when you ask for it. And if the bank goes under, then that promise is null and void. Right? We all think of banks as being completely trustworthy, but there may come a day or a time, and there has in the past, like during the Great Depression, where you went to get your money from the bank and they had a big sign that said bank is closed. Right? So it is safe to keep your money on Coinbase, relatively speaking, but it's much safer to keep your crypto in your own wallet. That's what I'm all about. Anyway, guys, the live stream is getting long. I think people that come in and to check my live stream will like throw up their hands and go, "Oh, geez, this live stream's like 2.5 hours long. I don't have time for that." So I'm going to cut it off. Thanks for joining me. Sorry about the technical issues with OBS. Well, we'll see if we can get that straightened out. But thanks everyone for being here. Don't forget, I do this every Saturday night, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please join me again for the live stream from Michigan, where you can throw out questions and I'll do my best to get them answered. Hope to see you there. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I would appreciate it. When you subscribe, there's a little bell that you can click that will allow you to be alerted whenever I post new content. Once again, thanks for joining.